Hello, welcome back to another one of my movie review. And today we'll be talking about Gravity. Um, it will be spoiler free, but we'll see if I can get through this without giving away any spoilers. If I inadvertently said something, my apology. I usually try my best when I say no spoilers to not give away anything that I don't think is obvious from anyone that saw the movie trailer. Anyhow, I went to see this movie more by accident. I actually bought ticket to see Runner, and after the first 20 minutes or so of Runner, more like 15, I decided that, whoa, it was not going to be something I want to sit around for another hour plus. And Gravity was just happened to play 15 minutes or so in a next theater. So I kind of scoot myself over to the theater next door, to the screen next door, and watch Gravity, because I figure 15 minutes of Runner was more than sufficient. Anyhow, I have seen the trailers for Gravity, and I'm sure many people have. If you watch this video, I hope you've seen the trailer, and it's very simple. It's basically the show two astronauts. You have George Clooney, and then you have Sandra Bullock in space, and then you see calamity, crash, destruction of their space vehicle, and then they are drifting in space, and that's about it. Okay, that's the extent of the trailer. So it's look intriguing as far as the trailer is concerned, but for me, it was not enough for me to want to go see it. But when I show up and watch that movie, I was pleasantly surprised. I like Sandra Bullock. I have enjoyed her since her first appearance in Speed. I thought she was very cute in Speed. In fact, I was like, wow, who is this cute girl? But so from her very first appearance in Speed, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed many of her other movies, even when they are silly, like Miss Congeniality. She has the ability to carry a comedy as well as the serious role. And so that's my feeling on Sandra Bullock. And then with George Clooney, I had to say that I'm not a fan of George Clooney. I'm not a George Clooney hater, but I never, even when he was on TV and ER, I couldn't care less about his characters or the show, to be honest. I watched the show enough time because the person that I dated back then loved the show, so I watched many of the show with her. But I was never into the ER thing, and for sure George Clooney character was not all that. And all his, I have seen many of his movies from the Ocean 11, 12, 13. He was, like I said, George is George. Okay, there's certain thing about George. He's kind of cool. He has his way of, a little smug maybe, but that's the way he is. Nothing special. In fact, one of my favorite movie that he did, that I can't remember the name at this moment, it was the one that he played the bad guy, and Jennifer Lopez was the cop, and she was trying to. That's a good movie. If I can remember the name, I will mention it. But I enjoyed his performance in that movie. So So with George, we have Sandra Bullock. And I have to say that this movie surprised the heck out of me because the premise of the movie was very simple, in my opinion. So you have two astronauts, they're gonna be stranded in space and they're gonna try to get back home. That's it, okay? But as simple as that premise is, and as obvious as what, at least me, as I know what is going to happen, I find myself at the edge of my seat, kind of like rooting for them to make it. The movie was surprisingly intense for me in that when the bad thing was going on, I couldn't help it but basically at the edge of my seat, hoping that they can make it inside or find safety, because danger is imminent and it's coming, and God help them, I want them to make it. And so I thought that was surprising as far as my feeling toward the movie, the emotion that was able to bring out of me when I was watching the movie. And then all the way through the movie to the end, I find myself rooting for their survival. I want them to make it because, it works. Whatever they were trying to do to get me to care for the two characters works for me. I want them to make it. So in that sense, when the movie was over, I was very happy that I switched movie and did not waste my time watching Runner. But if you have a chance to watch Gravity on DVD later or in the movie theater, if you are wondering if you should, I think it is visually, it's beautiful for a space movie. I have seen Apollo 13, and this movie carries so much more suspense than Apollo 13 had. So if you enjoy Apollo 13 for a true story, the drama, the suspense, I think you will enjoy this movie in that the suspense, the drama is amped up, I think, even more, if that's even possible, with just two characters, two actors in the entire movie. That surprised me. To me, I had no idea that it was possible. So hats off to the screenwriter, hats off to the director to be able to get this done and get it done well with what they had. Simply amazing. Anyhow, that's my review for Gravity.